Hello. In our earlier classes, we had discussed about defects present in the crystal. That is, the first one is point defects, and then line defects, or we can say distortion. So, third kind of defect in the crystal is a surface defect. Surface defects are two-dimensional defects. This kind of a defect is caused due to the change in the sequence of stacking of atomic planes when solidification or due to mechanical and thermal treatment. The surface defect, we can call them as a two-dimensional defect, and this is caused due to the change in the sequence of stacking of atomic planes, or it may be arise due to the atomic disturbance happened during the solidification due to mechanical and thermal treatment. The defects associated with this plane defects, or you can say surface defects, are grain boundaries, twin boundaries, and stacking fault. So these three comes under surface defect. The first one is grain boundaries defect, twin boundaries, and stacking fault. So in all our materials, whether it is a ferrous material or a non-ferrous material, all our materials are polycrystalline materials. If you observe them under a microscope, you can find so many crystals, or you can say grains in it. So here in this diagram, you can see so many crystals like grain 1, grain 2, grain 3, grain 4, right? So these are all so many grains present in it. We can say it is a polycrystalline materials, and there is a line which is separating the two adjacent crystals, that is called a grain boundary, right? Grain boundary itself, it is treated as a defect. So why? Because that mechanical properties, mechanical as well as its their thermal properties, they are affected by the presence of grain boundaries. So why? Because the what is the lattice structure present in the grain boundary, it is a different, it is a neither belongs to grain 1 or grain 2. Some transition lattice exists at the grain boundaries. That's why because of the presence of more number of grains in the grain boundary, the mechanical properties are affected. But generally it is observed that fine grain structure material. So fine grain structure material means if in that microstructure, if you find so many crystals in it, if the size of the crystal is very small, we can say fine grain structure material. But experimentally, it is observed that fine crystalline materials generally exhibit superior mechanical properties compared to a coarse grain material, right? And this grains and grain boundaries happens during the process of crystallization, and we can find these grains and grain boundaries in a polycrystalline material, right? And second one is the twin boundaries. See, when the arrangement of atoms on one side of a boundary is a mirror image of that of the other side, then the boundary is called a twin boundary. Twin boundaries may arise during deformation of metals. So this kind of defect is because of dislocations only. They may arise due to deformation of metals. Twinning is more likely to occur in metals which are shock loaded at low temperatures. So this kind of defect is arises due to shock loading at low temperatures. So from this diagram also you can see, you can easily understand. So it is a grain boundary, the center line is a grain boundary. What about this orientation and stacking sequence of atomic planes present at the grain 1? So similar kind of orientation, similar kind of atoms with the same orientation find at the second grain also, right? That orientation of the atomic planes and atoms in the grain 2 is similar to a mirror image what you can find a position of atoms present in the grain 1. So this kind of defect we can say twin boundaries, this kind of arrangement of atoms we can find only uh, deformation of the material when they subjected to shock loads at low temperatures. And third kind of defect, what we can say is a stacking fault. So it is a surface imperfection, or you can say defect. This is caused by stacking of one atomic plane is out of sequence as compared to another. The stacking sequence in an ideal SSC crystal is like ABC, ABC, ABC. The stacking fault may change the sequence of ABC, and the stacking fault in this case is due to missing of C plane of atoms after the fifth plane. See, we can understand easily with the help of the diagram. So this is assumed it is a kind of crystal lattice. It may be BCC lattice or FCC lattice, whatever the lattice may be. Here we have a definite a position of atomic planes. There is a definite order of atomic planes in a crystal lattice. Say from the bottom A B C, again A B C, again A B C. So we have there is a uh, regular arrangement of atomic planes in a perfect crystal lattice. But if one of the atomic plane is missing, we can say it is called as a stacking fault, right? Now in the second diagram in the figure B, you can see there you can find a missing of atomic plane. So from the bottom ABC and AB, and here C plane is missing. C plane is missing. Again we have a ABC. See, one atomic plane is completely missing. One atomic plane is completely missing. So there is a fault in the stacking sequence. So there is a kind of difference, there's a disturbance in the stacking sequence. That's why this kind of defect, what we can say is a stacking fault. Some fault is happening in the stacking sequence. That's why this is called stacking fault. So another defects comes under this. These are the three under this surface defects, boundary defects, twin boundaries, and stacking fault. So these three comes under the surface defects. So grain boundaries, see in all our polycrystalline material we can find so many grains in it, and there is a line which is separating two adjacent crystals, that is called a grain boundary. So grain boundary having some kind of influence on the properties of the material. So why? Because at the grain boundary some transition lattice exists. That's why it affects the properties of the material. Generally, if a material having a fine grain structure, it means it is having so many grains in it, right? So such a material at a lower temperature they exhibits better mechanical properties compared to a coarse grain material. In a coarse grain material, we can find only lesser number of grains. That's why their mechanical strength is lower at a lower temperature compared to a fine grain structure material. So grain boundaries itself it is treated as a defect. So twin boundaries, so that we can understand with the help of a diagram. So this kind of defect happen in a crystal when that material is subjected to shock loads at low temperature. So because of that shock loads, what is going to happen? So say in the adjacent crystal, or say in the adjacent grain, uh, the atomic position or this atomic plane arrangement is just similar to the atomic arrangement what we have in the grain one, right? The atomic position and atomic plane position is just similar to mirror image of this atomic positions having in the grain one, right? You can see here. So this atomic position and atomic plane sequence is just similar. It seems like a mirror image in a grain one as well as in grain two. So that itself called as a defect. And a stacking fault. So it is a kind of surface defect which is caused by the missing in the stacking sequence of atomic planes. Here you can understand with the help of diagram. So in a perfect crystal lattice, we have a definite arrangement of atomic planes in like order like ABC, ABC, ABC. But if a crystal having such kind of a stacking fault, one a atomic plane is missing. So in the crystal we can see ABC, AB, and here atomic plane C is missing. Again you have ABC. So like this, there is some kind of disturbance, or one atomic plane is itself it is missing in the stacking sequence. So that kind of defect what we can say is a stacking fault. Okay. So next we have to go for volume defect. So this is the final defects present in our crystals. Crystal cracks. Generally in a crystal, cracks arise when there is a small electrostatic dissimilarity between the stacking sequence in a closed packed planes of metals, or large vacancies or voids may also arise when a cluster of atoms are missing. This gives rise to volume defects. So volume defects, so these volume defects may arise in the crystal because of the presence of voids or cracks, right? Some cracks may be visible to our naked eye, some may not be visible to our naked eye, right? So generally cracks may arise when there is a small electrostatic dissimilarity between the stacking sequence in the closed pack the closed pack planes in metals, and large vacancies, or you can say voids means opening. So large openings may arise into the crystal. So because when a cluster of atoms are missing, so large openings arises in the crystal. So because of missing of cluster of atoms. Cluster means group of atoms. If a group of atoms are missing in a crystal, there you can find a void, or you can say opening in the crystal. So this is defined as a volume defect. This is defined as a volume defect. So far we have discussed about line defects, point defects, surface defects, and volume defects. Generally, what we can observe is, theoretically speaking, we are assuming all our materials are perfect in all respects, but it may not so. See, every crystal having a kind of defect only. So most of the crystals have defects, right? Concentration or degree of defect is very important, because of the presence of defects in the crystal, they leads to, generally they affects the mechanical and electrical and magnetic properties of the material. That's why, so being an engineer, we should have a knowledge on this, understanding the nature of defects present in the crystal, and we should have how this defect is going to influence the mechanical properties of the material. And if you have a knowledge on the defects of the crystal, and you can find a mean how to rectify the defect caused in the crystal, right? Generally, defects in crystals are useful most of the time. Sometimes certain defects are also useful. Some intentionally, for some specific engineering applications, intentionally we are going to create a defect in the crystal, right? Sometimes we wanted to change in the color of a material. See, for that intentionally we are making some creating a defect in the crystal, right? So in order to have this mirror-like atomic orientation in a crystals, intentionally we are making some kind of disturbance in the crystal. Sometimes crystal defects are also useful in our engineering. So thank you very much.